Karen and Ben and so forth,
Mm-hmm.
mainly and so forth.
Yeah, it's still too
And then,
bright in here.
and then we're streaming and chess and the dogs are barking. Don't forget to refresh and to always do that.
Yeah, I can do a good job with the lights. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. And the dogs are just going crazy.
Lights look good. It doesn't look as bright on this as that one.
What, the monitor, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, there's some variability because of the monitor. It's fine.
it's raining, Ben. Hallelujah. We'll be on Chess TV in about 7 minutes. We'll do the same thing we did yesterday. We'll get to 2850, and then we'll do puzzles.
All right.
Go Twitch.
Yay.
Let's see, chat's pretty smart.
How's everybody doing? I noticed I'm a little low on the YouTube video, so I don't know if I should just talk louder or if we should turn it up. Desktop audio. Thank you, Pierre.
Yeah, you talk quietly.
I can't help it.
Your quiescence is inefficacious. Pierre Abelard subscribed. Mwah, formidable.
All right.
All right, back to whatever it is I was doing. Got green shirt, green chessboard, green Perrier can,
Yeah,
etc.
but it's not St. Patty's Day anymore.
2724. Frankly, terrible.
Hey, Panjam, how's it going? Shalom. Hey, Barons in Chess, how's it going? I feel like I haven't seen you in a while.
I heard of that person. Ren Gao says, "What did you sing last night?"
Oh, who's asking?
Ren Gao 87.
Oh.
You sang Amy Winehouse, but I forgot which song.
Yeah, I sang a lesser-known Winehouse song called Addicted. It's a funny song because she's talking to a friend of hers and she's mad because the friend's boyfriend smoked all of her weed. And she
Based
calls
on a true story.
no. And she calls him the Green Man. So she tells him that, he can't come around anymore unless he calls the Green Man. And so it's kind of, I like the lyrics, they're funny. So I sang that. And then I didn't stay very long, so I just sang one song.
Waiting patiently and impatiently. Go Michigan. Lawful Waffle's not banned? I mean, subscribed. Yay.
Yay, Lawful Waffle.
That's right, Kangaroo.
Yeah, I've sung that before, Rehab.
The more you get home, the more you donate.
Yay, thank you, Barely. Yeah, that's right, Scotty Max. The lyrics are good.
Karen, give us a sample of Black.
Maybe one day I will. I'm not going to sing right now.
So they asked you to sing and you said no, no, no.
Right.
Yeah, I had a game.
I sang Black the other night because Ben asked me
From
to.
England. Hypercar.
And we took Aviv to a different karaoke place. Karaoke stream. Maybe.
Let's see. Guess here.
Hey, Kane, just Jane.
This is my
Thank
game
you.
with Fabi when I beat Fabi.
Yeah.
Tell me. Yeah.
No, Aviv did not
I think
sing,
he played Knight here.
which is fine. Not everybody has to sing, but, people are under the wrong impression that you have to be, a good singer. Most people are not good singers, and it works out just fine. Ben Cisco. Oh, your son's name is Ben. Hey, Memerson, how's it going? That's right, Kangaroo. That's part of the fun is kind of seeing the little quirks and mistakes people make when they're singing, and you see their personality. Ben sang the other night, I like big butts. Sir Mix-a-Lot. Yeah, Aviv is cool. Yeah, the lyrics are fun for that song.
Yeah, knight d5 wasn't a good move by me. Yay, hype train. Thanks. Dope.
Welcome, Ichuji Milk. Yeah, it's fun to watch the higher rated people play for sure. My son is also named Bort. We are out of Bort license plates in the gift shop. It says Frankie G Man. You're here for Ben to say something unforgivably inappropriate.
Unforgivably
Stick around.
inappropriate.
Bortnik.
Otto Bortnik. Knight g5 wasn't good.
So what's everybody been doing all weekend? Has anybody been doing any chess?
I don't play too good. Should play better.
Chess and more chessing and drinking beers. Pretending to write your thesis, says Kangaroo. Aw. Which you should do, I agree. Lawful Waffle, 8 pretzels. I need a visual for you, Lawful Waffle. Are you tall, medium, short? What?
He's
overweight.
Tall, he's Mikhail tall, and he's Nigel short.
Skinny. Because you talk about food a lot. So now I'm picturing you differently than I did before it. Hey, Felix Frias, how's it going? Yeah, we were talking about Hans earlier today. Felix. He says he studies chess 10 hours a day.
But only one day a year.
And Ben's, you had a funny joke, but I forgot now. It was about Fabi. Forgot what you said. That's funny.
Oh, yeah, Fabi said that's it.
Oh, yeah, Fabi said that's it? Because Fabi studies hours a day. I'm sure all the top level guys do.
The top level guys and Hans.
And Hans, trying to become a top level guy.
Trying is the first step to trying and not succeeding.
You know, he's succeeding so far.
He puts the suck in succeeding.
No chess, sadly. I am due 3 papers to submit on Wednesday, says Flat Sun Theorist.
Nothing succeeds like excess.
That does make it hard to do chess. Don't objectify me, Karen. I won't allow it, says Lawful Waffle.
Or if he allows it.
Interlude to Peace says, I have a 200-word essay due tomorrow, but here I am watching Ben. 200 words isn't so bad. That's just 1 page, double-spaced, typed. Or even less. Still, it is due. Your semester's beginning in a couple of hours. Not ideal.
Yay, I won.
Yay. The dogs are happy too.
Yeah, they were barking at my victory.
Barking for your victory.
Yeah, one and they're barking.
Mm-hmm.
Go Hype Train. We need one more sub to get to level 2.
Aviv seemed nice. What did the dogs have against him? They loved Aviv, but they're just very aggressive animals. This is not a bottle. This is the microphone. We should get one of those fancy boom arms and have it hanging, and then it won't be in front of us.
Yay, thanks. Pick one and Memerson 83. Pick one's the one who gave the thing to the woman, Hannah Sace.
Oh, yeah. The cameo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ben rated her after that Pequan.
Yeah, he was there.
No, but like more than once we rated her.
That's also true.
Is that meant to say? Memerson, thank you. And oh, you thought this was a wine bottle? Some people think it looks like a bong. And wine bottle, I can kind of see. It's a HyperX Quadcast microphone. It's really a very good microphone. And have you been to Charlotte? Says Swanks. Yes, we have been to Charlotte. We've been to the Charlotte Chess Center. We have not been to the new Charlotte Chess Center. Peter, the guy that owns the Charlotte Chess Center, is a good friend of ours. And we're going to be playing in the Alto tournament end of April there in Charlotte. You're welcome, Pequan. Lost in Hollywood says Charlotte's Web. Hey, Big Daddy.
Yeah, have more time for once. Go Hype Train, 0%. That's pretty good.
Isn't in the movie Cat on a Hot Tin Roof where she calls him Big Daddy? I think. Pretty sure, but I might have my movies mixed up. Ask Ben if he's rooting for Michigan. Always.
Go Michigan.
Yes, Neil's George said, is that yes to the movie or yes to something else? Ben, could you tell us a joke, please?
Sam Shankland.
Did you see the YouTube video, Ben Feingold versus Ben Feingold? I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, you've read the play? I've seen the movie version. I have read very few plays in my life. I was just thinking about that. Very few. I don't like reading. I guess I'm going to read a novel if I'm going to sit down and read something. I did read some, though, that I had to read. Death of a Salesman. Shakespeare. But not a lot of plays. Oscar Wilde, maybe.
Yay, thanks Memerson 83 for 1100. Thanks,
Yay.
Big Daddy.
Thank you, Big Daddy. Will the link time you out? I think Moobot does time people out. Unless you're a mod. Hey, RDPXI, how's it going? Yeah, I know what you mean about the game.
All 3 results will happen this game.
This looks like one of my games. The end, after everything's cleared off. And then I lose. But you'll win. The movie Wait Until Dark with Audrey Hepburn originated as a play, which is fun to read. Yeah, who wrote that? I love that movie. Every time there's that one scene in Wait Until Dark where he kind of jumps out or he's behind something and all of a sudden he's there, and I always scream. Every time, even though I know it's coming. That was a Simpsons line. RDPXI. Well, yeah, Ben probably. Oh, I've seen plays that were more interesting than this game.
I win. I repeated as many times as I could.
Yay! Thank you, Big Daddy, for the gift sub again.
I
Yay! Go Ben. Annie had more time. Everything.
I have more queens.
Perfect.
Also important.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
I don't like this 2,800. That can't be good for me.
Yeah, but if they're higher, you get more points.
Okay.
That's the upside. So I did an hour and a half of puzzles today. I got to do a few more. Trying to do a bunch of puzzles every day. Is Ben playing from the pool or viewers or what? The pool, because he's trying to get his rating up. So he has to play some higher rated opponents.
Mm-hmm.
We might do puzzles afterwards if he gets tired or wants to take a break. You two barely a GM?
I have more time.
Yay. A lot more time. Yeah, I don't know if Ben has ever played Danya.
Yeah, I played him in Vegas or Reno. Vegas, I think, like 10 years ago. I was actually higher rated than him.
Oh, at that time?
Yeah, at least 10 years ago.
So, yeah, I guess he was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
I had a good day, Grumpy Gramp. Yeah, he was young interlude. Sam Shanklin wants to know if you're going to pick him up from daycare early. He had another episode. Hey, what was the episode? I didn't see any tests or anything today. I did my tactics, but I didn't really follow anything. Is anyone else's texture changing constantly? You mean of the stream? like an octopus.
Playing too slow and old. Yeah, I should have won that game.
Darn.
Easily winning endgame with more time.
Hey, Symbiosis, how's it going? Yeah, all these books are about chess. We have a few empty shelves that we need to put some items on. We might move the shelf. I think it's a little bit busy in the background. But those are all chess books. Put it in H. Yeah, I guess having a bookshelf, makes you look smarter. We just didn't want it to be a blank wall, and plus we didn't have anywhere else to put the shelf, because that's where the shelf has always been. But it had some other things on the shelf before. Some toys, my kids' toys were on the shelf. Would Ben know his way in Brussels? I don't know.
33 years ago, I would.
How high rating can you get if you just play the London every time?
About 1100.
It's Ben, says Nate's Shadow. Go, Ben, you're the best, says Desperate Times. Having many books does not mean you're smart. It means there are many things you don't know and needed books for. I think that's what you meant. You must have been talking to Spencer.
I don't play very well.
Hey, Meepex, how's it going? What you been up to today? Did you do any chess? I did an hour and a half of puzzles, and I got to do some more. I did mushrooms once, stuffed mushrooms, whole platter of them. It's raining on the West Coast, says Meepex. Trying to play more slow games. When I play Blitz, I play bad and slow. Mm-hmm. Do you have any single younger sisters? Says Ringle 87. Me? Do I have some younger sister? I do not. If you mean me. And Ben doesn't either. I have brothers. I did not get to hear C.L. Smith yet on the Perpetual podcast. I saw on Twitter that he was on there, and I can't wait to hear it. I just haven't had a chance yet. But thank you for reminding. I do want to hear that. Did you get to hear it, Meepex? You're the brother single? Oh, you enjoyed it, Meepex? Yeah, I'm definitely going to listen to it. I always feel that way, Nate Shadow. Hey, the
Yes!
Yay!
Man, is he mad. If I was him, I'd be furious. He was plus 170, and I had no time.
I saw you going back and forth. Hey, the Chick Nugs. Hello.
Wow, I'd be furious if I was him. He was
How
like
many
plus
times
100.
did you repeat before? Well, I guess 3, but I just saw the queen going back and forth, and then.
Yeah, I checked him a lot. Well, he had to like give up his rook probably in time, because
That's exciting.
my opponent's internet's not good. See this?
Yeah.
Poor connection, high lag. Playing pretty fast considering.
Yay. Thank you, Churchill the Great, for the 100 bits. Anybody doing anything exciting this weekend? What's going on? Somebody was asking something about the world leaders, and I didn't read that. Well, I meant to answer that. I don't know what you asked. Something about best world leader. You're playing soccer this weekend? You went for a long hike. That's cool. I got on the treadmill today. I walked 2 miles. I'd like to get back to running again, but I gotta get in a little bit better shape first. Oh, which world leader do we think, or do you think would be best at chess? So who really is best at chess, or who, based on their personality, would be good at chess? Because I don't know who all plays.
Oh, I didn't see bishop e3. So I have to go here, I guess. Thanks, barely a GM. That was barely a donation.
I'm sure a lot of them would be good at chess. Zelensky. Yay, thank you for the 200 bits. Barely a GM.
This game's too exciting, so I'll have to stop soon.
He's gonna beat Putin. I hope so. It's all pretty scary. Some countries teach chess in school. So probably the leader of one of those countries. Maybe. That might make sense if they've been playing their whole lives.
Queen here check. I saw that and I forgot. All right. It should be okay.
Yay, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Thank you, Barely a GM. Thanks a lot. That's great. Biden would be good at falling asleep at the board. Yeah. Biden would be thankful for a floor if he had one. We look like we're on a conference video call. That's true. It is kind of bright and cheerful. Hotels are $5 in Russia right now.
Watch it here. Well, now I can do it.
Yeah, that's pretty. If that's true, that's pretty cheap. Yay.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing better this stream than last stream.
All right, good.
Until I lose 5-6 games in a row.
Yay. Hey, Storm. Yeah, just keep it going.
Keep not losing 5-6 games in a row.
Right.
Yeah. I think I've only lost the one game. Take your time. Oh no, my night.
Bad news, Ben.
Hi, what do you call them? Chess TV people. The Pizza Popolis in Troy is gone. That wasn't a nice Pizza Popolis. Mm-hmm. That was like one of the worst ones.
I didn't see the Dean Carlson game from today. Did Ding win?
He did.
Yeah, I think you told me that, but I didn't see the game.
I have the two bishops. What else?
Hello in Germany. El Miracle. Ding played really well. I'm glad he got to play. I know that he's missed a lot of tournaments during the pandemic. Yay, yay, Chess Bra's rating. Thank you, Chess Bra. 736, coming in with the big boy raid, as GM Canty likes to say.
Does like to say that.
Yay, thank you, Chess Bra.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. This is relaxing. Welcome, chess bra people. Now, where's Ralph Wiggum? Usually he shows up. Now, where is he? If you're there. Hey, Scottish Demon Goat, how's it going? Hey, Mr. Apu. Well, me, Pex, I made an error with the Simpson commands, and I deleted a whole bunch, and any that got deleted that you want, put them
Yay,
back.
I won.
Yay.
I have a good pawn, a good king.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kangaroo. But we had like several hundred commands, and it was overwhelming. So I just went through and kind of randomly deleted some, and then I did later regret it. I did, but I didn't delete them all. I did not delete them all, and I won't do that again. So add them back, me, Peck. Sorry. There's still some of them there, like Bort. I saw that one there. So you just got to slowly get them back in. See? I left some, but you just add them back in. I apologize. That's still a lot of commands. Let's see how this is going. So Ben's rating is 2748. It's hard to see, and I probably should make or turn on we made it bigger, but I think it's hidden right now.
When you turn me on, it gets bigger.
I don't know, ex Despacito. Everybody has their skills in life. Go, Ben. Thank you, Desperate Times. Just keep telling you the rating, Bonarici. Okay, I'll try to remember.
I like this. I play fast and bad instead of slow and bad.
Yay.
That's better.
That's way better. How's your brother's voice?
That's the way I used to play when I was younger. I would just play fast and bad. Now I'm like, what's the right move? What's wrong with me? Who cares what the right move is? I ain't gonna find it.
I've been told I should do ASMR. I have two brothers. Their voices are nice, I think. So, here's what Bonarici says. You guys never saw Karen that one day she went off on this Trump supporter. Otherwise, you would never know how furious, or you would know how furious she gets. I don't even remember it. Because I've gotten mad a few times on the stream. So I don't actually remember which one that was. Yay. Hey, go purple birds. Go Varma.
Yay. Thanks, JJ Wad.
Yay. Thank you, JJ Wad.
He donated a wad. Yay, I have more time. Nathan's not too good.
I've gone off on a couple people on my stream.
Oh, yeah. See that.
But I typically let people back in if they ask. But there was one person I did not let back in. But I think C.L. Smith might have let her back in. I don't do a lot of roars. I like that, Dr. Krieger. He told his wife, she says, I can't figure out the answer to this situation. He said, the answer is always fries. We, Mr. Apu, we met at the St. Louis Chess Club. I took my youngest son there to do a camp, and that's how I met Ben.
Ah! Jesus Christ. What a bad move.
Me, Bashirov, I'm from Alabama. That was... All right, come on, Ben. 2740, Bonarici. And the opponent is 2746. Have I ever tried talking rhotically?
Yay.
Yay, go Purple Birds. Thank you for the $9.99 donation. Pronounced RS. I'm not sure. You've been trying to learn Queen's Gambit? That rook blunder, exclaim. I know, that was tough. Oh, you're watching it on the big screen, Bonarici? Just say the R's at the end of the words. Hey, Grunge Wart, how's it going? Rhotic, not rhotic. No, that's a Samish position. Excellent, says Kangaroo. Papa John's.
Nothing to do with the Samish. He saw pawn here, so he thought it was the Samish.
Say other instead of other. I say other. That's kind of a
Wait, why didn't I play here winning last move? Jesus.
an older way, Southern way of speaking, like the way my dad would say it that way. I don't actually say it
was
that way.
dumb.
Roll Tide. That's right. Yeah, we had some storms. We had some thunder the last couple of days. Thunder and lightning. But not too bad. A Boston accent is a non-rhotic accent. They say ka, not car. So that's an example. They don't say their R's. Oh, that's a good idea, Pequan. You're also watching through chess.com, so you can see the ratings. Do you like Michigan accents? Yeah, I used to live in Boston for a year.
He just resigned. Not sure why I have a minute extra, I guess. Position was bad.
Hey, I'm a walk-in. Hey, yeah. Man, you guys are so sensitive in life.
You mean they shave and it hurts?
Thank you, Pensive Oracle, for the sub.
Penn Sylvester?
The screen was moving. I couldn't see it.
Oh.
Ben, do you get an ego boost every time you win? Probably not from these games online. It's fun to win, though, isn't it? It's more fun to win than lose. Hey, Vincent O'Connor, you have a St. Patty's Day hangover. Are you in Ireland?
Oops.
Cockney is also non-rhotic. You guys are so smart to know the word rhotic. I just hadn't heard that.
Wow. I didn't lose any time getting a parry.
Oh, I would have gotten it. I'm sorry.
No, but I didn't know.
I didn't even notice your gun. I was like glued over.
He didn't move.
Oh, that's funny. Got your blood flowing. Winning is everything except when you lose. That's true.
Hi, 3,000 people.
Grabs drink during Blitz. What a Chad. I figured rhotic meant it was a statue called the Thinker.
Oops.
Wait, now who's the artist? Rodin? And how is that right? I guess it does sound the same. How is the chess center doing? I hope we still have the command. A bear.
Chess center stable.
Let me see. What would it have been? Announcement? One of our 700 commands. Darn, I don't think it's there anymore. I probably cleaned it up. I probably deleted it. You think I'm doing better at puzzles, Bonarici? Or better at chess? I am getting better at puzzles. I think I am getting better. I've got some over-the-board tournaments coming up. So let's hope that I see some concrete evidence of that. I'm just going to do puzzles as much as I can the next 2 or 3 months. You didn't delete it, Kangaroo? I'm sure that I deleted it. Darn. Now I know how you guys feel. Well, anyway, we don't have the chess center anymore. We struggled really during the pandemic, and the rent was high, etc. We closed the chess center. Then, at the time we decided to close, a friend of ours said, "No, wait, I'm going to buy it," which really didn't mean anything other than he was just buying all the stuff there. But anyway, so he's got the chess club now, and we're waiting for some tournaments. He's had a couple of events, and I got to play an IM and a simul there. Thank you, Daguli, for the sub. No, it wasn't All Toucher. It was Justin Morrison. He owns Kid Chess, and the name of the new chess center is Chess Zone. And Kid Chess is a real big company in the Atlanta area. They have a pretty big school program in chess, or in school chess program, I mean. So anyway, that's what happened with the chess center. But listen, I was upset about it and I cried about it, but that's the only reason that I am now able to do puzzles every day, is because I no longer have a chess center. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing any chess puzzles. And I probably wouldn't be on the stream. So it all worked out, and I miss all my chess people. And I can't wait to have more events so I can see all the old friends. In the meantime, we're going to be traveling for some tournaments. Hi, Benjamin, says Low J Kid. I am, Mr. Ipu. That's exactly what I'm trying to do, is enjoy some life. I've just done nothing but work night and day for a really, really long time. And I'm still working a lot, but it's more normal. So I'm happy to work a little bit less. I'm even going to the gym now. Trying to work out. Do some stuff.
Yes.
Yay.
Very suspicious. Yeah, I broke 2750.
Yay.
I was at 2720 something when I started. And I got a Perrier during that game.
I know, it was all exciting.
3,001 viewers. Yeah.
What a Chad.
It's hard to get my rating up when I always losing and drawing. Losing. I beat this guy 4-1.
Yay.
Didn't seem like it. It seemed like I'm always losing.
You practice Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which has some correlation to chess.
Ooh, look at Meepex.
It's also
Huge
relaxing.
donation.
Yay, thank you, Meepex. Thank you so much.
That wasn't really a goal, but all right. I'll
Yay, thank you. Two games in a row. Woot woot. No, this V. Friedman comes around too much. All right, I'm gonna try to fix it. I'm the one that did it. I mean, we love Aviv, but I don't need to see that every 15 minutes. Now let me get in here.
Yay. Thanks, Dr. Krieger, for 2,000 centidues.
Yay, thank you. No, I did that, Kangaroo. I did that again, too. I'm the one. But
Because you're the only one.
I'm going to do that. Okay. There we go. Your friend is calling you, Low J Kid?
You don't have a friend. I wanted to play Bishop here, but it's illegal. Still want to play.
Oh, maybe we did have a train, Meepex. I can't remember.
We had a train earlier.
So maybe it was too
It
soon.
died on level 2.
Oh.
Yeah, it's too soon. About 20 more minutes.
Good night, Zand013. What I'm wondering For those that are lower rated, I got a tickle in my throat.
Tickle,
Excuse
tickle.
me. I need to go get a drink. But when you're talking about describing your moves and a queen d4 or bishop, b3, do you have to think a minute or like figure out the square name, or do you guys, the lower rated players, know it instantly? Because I have to, it slows me down with reading chess books because it's not as automatic as I wish it were. And it makes it hard to set up positions because I have to figure out where this square is. You have a low rating, it takes a minute to read it. You have to think a bit.
Let's check.
You're low rated on the road to 756. I mean, if you're higher rated, you don't have to think as hard. You can set up positions quicker and read the books better. And so I find that it's frustrating that I don't know the square names like that. Some square names I know, like F3, never play it, F6. And I know the colors even. F6 is black, I know that. And F3 is white. But some I have to really just sit there and think about it for a minute. You don't get the notation right? Huh. 1600. You're 1755. Everything's hard for you, Scottish Demon Goat. Yeah, I've seen, thank you, Slow 36, 35 in Papa. I don't think their square name, their vision trainers are very good. And I've looked on Lee Chess and chess.com. But I just made some flashcards, and I'm trying to put do my own self-study, and if I'm successful, then I'll tell you guys it's nothing exciting. It's just some flashcards. But I don't like the visual trainers that are out there.
Man, I'm bad.
And they're the size of the squares on a board. And so I have to play some real quick. Yeah, it does make it harder to study chess. My voice is like Mitch, and let me scroll up. Mitch Hedberg's voice. Now, who is Mitch Hedberg? I would say no, Nick. Well, Bonarici, I'm never going to be a master. I'm too old. So I thought I can at least learn the square names. But I think most masters just somehow just learn it along the way. Master level players.
What kind of move is that?
Darn.
I didn't lose. No, I'm glad I didn't lose.
Yeah.
Dead loss on everything.
Yeah, I'm glad that it was a draw at least. I missed a bunch of chat. Comedian. Classic stand-up comedian. Is Karen Women's Grandmaster? No. You can be a master, says Bonarici. I say he went on time. I like to study chess by taking notes, says Carrick Fire. Hey, me too. Okay, Wolf Wetzel has a book, Bonarici. If I can remember it. What do we think of ADD in chess? Focus, etc. I don't know anything about ADD and chess. Ben got the moves, says Nick. Being faster in mouse can gain rating. That's true.
We have to stop the game. It's too exciting.
Tell Ben Michigan's about to win against Tennessee.
Even if it's not true, tell me.
Thank you, Lawful Waffle. Oh, master at any age, Bonarici. Well, I'll check it out.
Hey Siri, Michigan, Tennessee score.
Tennessee is trailing Michigan 70-66 with less than a minute remaining in the second half.
Well, that's good.
Yay. You wonder if Ben loses track of the positions when he's calculating and visualizing? And how often? What is Ben's favorite beer? Or is there copyright branding issues? Is Ben a good singer? Yes. I don't know about Ben's favorite beer. He drinks Stella a lot like I do.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yay. Hey, Thaddeus. How's it going? Thaddeus LB. One of our Thaddeus's. How's it going? Hey, Frizel AES. You guys come up with some difficult names. That's so funny, Thaddeus LB. I guess there probably aren't a whole lot of Thaddeus running around. I know some Thads. Maybe the Thads are short for Thaddeus. Possible. Oh, that's your Arabic name. Faisal, but AES, like with all of the... Faisal's easy, but with AES, that just makes it harder is all. I can just shorten it like I do everybody. Faisal. It is Faisal. I just meant the AES part tacked on there. Probably you had to differentiate Faisal somehow. A lot of Faisals running around. I don't know what Ben's peak was. 26 something. And I'm not sure how old he was at his peak. 204 Justin says, is Ben good at taking naps? He's very good at taking naps. Grandmaster. Nap taker. Yeah, I like a good nap. What has Ben bad at?
Not sucking?
I don't know.
Or is it sucking? Yeah.
Yeah, he's bad at marathons. That's true. Yeah, he's bad at eating meat. That's true. Hey, ex Arat 1907, how's it going in Turkey? Glad to hear that there's some people here from Turkey. Yeah, Ben is bad at understanding the greatness of Donald Trump. That's true. Tell Ben not to play F3. Do people in Finland ever play chess in the sauna? Thank you, says Exarat. Now, what does that mean in the sauna? Does Ben speak French? Yes. The ocean motion. You only play chess on the toilet. It says melancholy chill. Karpov played in the ice sauna once. Yeah, I've been told my voice is soothing. Yay.
Oh, I'm so old.
Bonsoir, Shahir. Read you a bedtime story. Old and good is better than old and bad. Yay. A little shine on that dirt pile. I'm not a vegan, but I do eat a lot of vegan and vegetarian items. Ben is 29 years old. Junior Hodes. I have thought about that before, narrating books. People have suggested it, that I could do audiobooks, but I'm so busy. I couldn't take on anything else right now. I've got to be doing chess puzzles every day. I do not have time to be doing any more work than I do, but I think it would be fun to do. Eating shawarma right now. That sounds good. Midnight. Go Ben, says Dr. Kill. No, we don't ever butt heads about veganism at all. I would definitely like to eat more vegetables and phase out meat. I don't eat beef anymore.
God, what the hell's wrong with me?
I think the next thing to hit the chopping block, so to speak, is going to be the pork. Get that out of my life. And then there's not much left. I like chicken. That's going to be the hardest one. I don't care that much about bacon. I do like to sing Desperate Times. I would say I'm a good karaoke level singer, but not, which is below, I'm not professional level, but I do like to sing. It's fun. Well, I'm not sure about it, Kill Patient. Ben can't talk to you guys as much when he's playing because he's trying to win. Bacon is good. Pork chops are good.
Pulp Fiction.
Oh, Perrier is so bougie. It's fun. There are a couple people though at karaoke that are they're good, like professional level, but not most people there are not. Pork chops and applesauce.
Oh, my night's attacked. God. What is wrong with me? God damn it.
Bourgeois. Hey, Dunkel, how's it going? Now, let me watch this for a second.
Man, I didn't lose that.
Yay.
Jesus, I should have lost that. Joshua Kid.
Oh, that was exciting. Well, you have to have winning material to win. If you, even if you have more time, you can't win if you don't have enough material on the board to technically win. Where did your friend from the last stream go? Aviv went back home. So the trip ended. He was with us for about 3 days. And he had to go home. The dogs miss him. Sorry, Karen. Yeah, it's sad when people have to leave.
Oops. Okay.
Yeah, Craft Single. Yeah, I thought that was a good stream with the Votez sisters. And
Ugh.
we hope All Toucher comes back sometime soon.
I missed everything. Jesus Christ.
You think I'm the most wholesome person on Twitch, Zorarex? Well, thank you. I have gone off, though, on the stream. You know, given my middle finger a few times, F-bombed it. But in general, I try to be nice. Are there more wheels or doors in the world? That's a good question. I do have good Southern hospitality and manners. I try, Thaddeus. But like anybody, I can be rude sometimes. That's true, Daxtism.
I'm winning. Wow. Hooray for
Oh,
Ben.
yeah.
I'm
Oh,
the
you can't
best.
catch it. Oh.
Yeah, I hope he's pissed, because I'd be pissed if I was him. He's looking for the non-existent stalemate.
Yay.
Wow, that was Fox Newsworthy. Jeff Fox Newsworthy. I didn't even their period, but I'm
Exciting.
afraid to get up because
Can
I'm
we get
so
it?
tired. I might die on the way there.
Whoa.
I broke 27.50 again. Time for more donations for no reason.
The dogs are just crazy. I might have to go get some lemonade in a minute.
Yay, 3,200 viewers.
Yay, that was exciting.
We almost caught up to Sweet Anita, but not really. 5.4 thousand. You got to be twice as sweet Anita. Thanks, Jay Bruz.
Well, I'm not as cute.
We could 32 cents to do it. Thanks, Meepex.
She's pretty funny too.
We can have a train now if you guys want. You were asking before. It's time.
The more Tourette's, the better. Thank you, Meepex. And did Ben already thank Jay for why Bruz?
Jay Bruz.
Jay Bruz.
I did.
Just Harold says, how many gift subs for a train?
That 3 people have to donate for a train to start.
Yeah, I guess, 3 different people. People are watching Sweet Anita watching videos. She. What's the name of the game that's so hot right now? I forgot the name of it already. I can't remember the name. Elden. Wait, what's the name?
Ring.
Elden Ring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was playing that the other day, and I was, I was watching a little bit. Yeah, Wordle. Yeah, I don't play any of those first-person shooters. Yay, Just Harold. Thank you for the 5 gift subs. Thank you. Yay, Kangaroo. Thank you for that tier 3 sub. Getting a train going, maybe. Marcus says, my boyfriend doesn't care about chess, but he loves Karen. Well, yay. Thank you, Marcus, his boyfriend. Chessel is better than Wordle. I'll have to try that. Thank you, Ilma Godrika, for the 45 bits. Saladas 44, hello. I'm caught up again. I don't think a train started unless I need to refresh.
It did. Level 4 hype train. I'm looking at
Where do
it.
you see it? Oh, it is right there. I couldn't even see it.
Mm-hmm. Level
Just
4,
see it.
too.
Oh, it's at level 4.
So we must have missed something. Level 4.
No, I've been thanking people left and right. That's why I was wondering.
What
why
was
there
the
wasn't a
big
train.
thing that happened?
There were 5 gift subs
Yay.
from Just Harold.
Just 2?
Harold.
How do we have such a high train if only just one guy?
No, there was a bunch of other stuff. You said.
You said just Harold.
Oh. Your girlfriend loves chess but hates Hikaru. I hear the neighbor's dog. Finally, somebody's dog is worse than our dog. Finally. So we're not the worst people in the neighborhood. Yay, I heard a noise. Thank you, Memerson83, for the gift sub. Bonsoir. Comment allez-vous, Ben?
Mm-hmm. Bonne nuit. Bonne nuit à tous.
I don't know how to say anything. I know you're
I
asking
have
how he's doing.
No time at all. Jesus Christ. Ooh, 38. Guys use half his time. Am I playing a kid?
Hikaru is playing well, though. Definitely. He's doing great. Viva la France.
Ugh.
Et viva l'empereur. I don't know how to say that correctly. Emperor.
This game was embarrassing. With so many errors. Resign. Terrible. Go train.
Yay, go train.
Oh, this is somebody else.
Stalling out at the level 4. So who's playing any over-the-board tournaments? Do any of you guys play over-the-board tournaments? I have 1 million tournaments coming up, it feels like. You are? Where are you going to play Flying Meatballs? And I apologize if you already told me and I forgot previously. No, I think the train is just a fun little gimmicky thing, lawful waffle. Emotes and, In the future, you're only 1,000 at Ebola. Yours is at the Marshall Chess Club. Flying meatballs, cool. Well, depending in the United States, I don't know where you're playing at Ebola, but in the United States, they always have sections for lowers, and I'm guessing they do in other countries too. Twitch should do discounted subs during a hype train. Ben Feingold, have you won any tournaments for chess? Yes, he has. World Open and others. You just have to Google it. Too many to name. Yeah, well, you don't so much lose a tournament, I guess, as you don't win it. Because there's so many losers. Well, hello there in Greece. Al-Kizvi.
Yeah, it's 2 a.m. in Greece. Oh, maybe it's 1 a.m. because they haven't changed yet.
Okra, you're playing in a weekly over the board tomorrow near Dallas. That's cool. My next tournament is probably Foxwoods, but I might play a one-day tournament at the U.S. Chess High School Nationals in Memphis. I'm going with Ben to that. Ben's working there as the resident grandmaster, and they have a family and friends tournament always on the Saturday, and I like playing in it even though it's a G30 because I can play higher rated people. So I might play in that. No, I cannot beat Benjamin Feingold. Yeah, Foxwoods is a casino. What do we think about Russia? We wish that they would stop killing people in Ukraine. And I feel bad for those that don't want to be involved. A lot of Russians don't want to be involved. And hopefully it all stops soon. That's what I think. And I wouldn't cry if I heard, something bad happened to Putin. Now, I'm not encouraging it, so don't go trying to say I am. I'm just saying I wouldn't cry. But I would never encourage violence. Pelican says, Karen, I'm in Memphis. Is it an open tournament? That's a good question, Pelican. Because you have to, the way to play in the tournament is you have to be paired with somebody, with a kid that's playing in the tournaments, because the nationals, high school nationals, has more than just high schoolers, but it's kids playing scholastic tournament. And to play in that tournament, you have to pair up with a kid, and then when you register, you have to have that kid's name. So I plan to find me a kid that will let me put his name on my. All you do have to do is just find a kid that'll let you put the name on your entry into the tournament, and then you can play. And I'm sure any kid will do it. They don't have to do anything special. And but anyway.
Yes. Move 100 I drew with 0.4 seconds left.
I did not hint that, Dr. Kill Patient. Yay, glad you got a draw then. I missed the end.
That was hard. 100 moves is a lot for me. I'm old. Decrepit. That's
27.45 is the rating.
Boo.
Who do I think's better, me or Ben? Well, obviously Ben. He's a GM. Boo, rubbish, filth, slime. Boo. What am I better at than Ben? I don't know. I'm slightly better at him at pool, I think, than Ben, but marginally. I'm better at music stuff. No, I mean, he's a better poker player in theory. I mean, he knows how to play. I'm a noob. Can barely follow the rules. But poker's fun. It's not as much fun as chess, though. But it is fun. Hey, DK79. Poker stream win. Hopefully one day. I am better at losing at chess. That's true. I prefer playing with white. Midnight. Wow, those black pawns. That's fun. It's like checkers. Karaoke stream win. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get caught up on a whole lot of things. Karen, what's the best medical drama series? I don't watch much TV, so I'm the wrong one to ask. I always heard the ER was good, but I never saw it. What stakes poker are you comfortable playing? I like playing the 1-2 blinds cash game. And I want to try a tournament. I'm not comfortable playing more than that because already that's a lot of money. And I'm new to poker. We should do a cooking stream. I hate cooking. So I'm not doing any cooking streams. I mean, I don't even want to cook, on a good day. I have to. It's horrible. I'm pretty good at it, though. My food's good. But I'm not, I don't enjoy it. It's boring. I'm always just chafing at the task and just feeling like there's something else I would rather be doing than cooking. See, I'm fine just to go eat a salad, but the rest of my family wants to eat some hot food. You assume Ben loves Scrubs. I don't even know if you've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
You have? Do you like
it's all
it?
right.
It's all right? Orston Chess says, have you ever tried those Hello Fresh boxes, Karen? I have not.
What? Oh, this. Jesus.
Seinfeld's mother is Syrian.
Damn it. Oh, what a blunder. Point can't move in a blunder. Damn it. My time's bad.
Oh, many streamers are promoting the boxes. I've played Go a couple of times, but not enough to really be good at it. It's a question of if I even follow the rules. But I ordered a Go one time, and then we read the instructions, and I played with my kids. My older son's really good at math, so I thought he might like it.
God, that was
Yay.
the worst game I ever played ever. Ugh.
No, you won.
Jesus Christ.
That's
I
all
played
that
so
matters.
badly, though. I had like 20 mistakes that game.
You like the you like the Hello Fresh boxes, the Worston Chess? Well, I'm gonna try them then. I've really gotten into those instant pots, and I've made some good soups and green beans in them. And then we have an air fryer oven that Ben got me for Christmas. I need to make tofu again. My tofu was pretty good. You used a service similar to HelloFresh, but it was a little bit pricey. Oh, you thought HelloFresh was pricey? I didn't realize. So, do they deliver it? I mean, they bring it cooked, or what is it? Or do I have to cook something? It's far cheaper than eating out, though, and oftentimes tastier. Tofu is messy to make. Well, I didn't make. Yeah, that's what I meant, Bonarici. I got a tofu press. I get the tofu, the firm tofu from the grocery store, and then you have to press out all the water and then cook it. I can only eat the firm tofu. I cannot eat the soft tofu. Oh, you've made your own tofu? Well, that sounds fun to try. I love tofu. Yeah, I know Moe's. I love Moe's. No, I'm not Texan. I'm from Alabama. Yeah, I think that's what they're talking about, Lawful Waffle. Moe's. They might call it Southwestern.
We have to stop the game. It's too exciting.
Craft single square. Is your name... What does that mean? Craft single square. I think of American cheese for some reason. You can't make spaghetti? That is one of the easier things to make.
Oh, I'm going to win. Wow. Or maybe not. Okay, now I'm going to win. And to play King E3. That was exciting. Yeah.
That was very exciting.
Now let's do puzzles. 2760. That's a good rating to end on.
Okay, what'd you start on?
2724 maybe?
Yay, that's good. You went out. That was very exciting.
Same rating as last time?
Yeah. I might need to why don't we take just like a short break? Because I need to get some lemonade and check on the dogs.
By
and stuff.
lemonade, do you mean beer?
No,
Huh, why don't you get beer?
I was wanting lemonade.
It was Saturday night.
I drink any night I want. And tonight I want lemonade.
Man, Karen's showing off the girls today.
Hey, don't talk like that.
But you are.
I'll be right back.
You can show them off more.
What I would say is, you can go ahead and start the puzzles, and then I'll jump in when I come back. Cause I'm probably
Yeah,
gonna
no,
be
I'll
gone.
take a break. I'm tired.
Okay, but I might be gone like 5 or 10 minutes because I'm gonna go to the restroom,
Because the magic dragon.
possibly, and let the dogs out,
Possibly.
getting lemonade, etc.
Hey, Spence.
Hey Spencer, how's it going?
Hi, 3,400 viewers. So I went from 2724 to 2760. And I played for an hour and 40 minutes. So, working my way up slowly. Very slowly. My peak is 2830. And when I was at 2830, I went down to like 2670 in like a week. And then I've been working my way back up from 2670 to where I am now. Yeah, whenever I get close to the goal, then we lose 150 points. That was a tough day because some of the games I won were very suspicious. I like that game because I sacked all my pieces for nothing, but it was exciting. 27850 is coming sooner or later. Yeah, that's right. Sooner or later, I'll have a 5-digit rating. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Yeah. 3,300 viewers. Hi. So let me tell you our chess schedule because that kills a lot of time. April 4th to 8th, unless it's 4th to 7th, something like that. We'll be at the National High School in Memphis. I'll be the GM, simul, lectures, playing blitz, stuff like that. Then when we get back, Man, now I want to say it's the 7th to the 10th. Yeah, whenever the high school is. Maybe it's the 7th to the... let's see. Well, I can look at my calendar and see what the dates are. I know what weekend it is. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Yeah, it's the 7th to the 10th. Then from the 13th to the 17th. Is that right? Let's see what month that is. From the 13th to the 17th, Karen and I will be at Foxwoods. We're both playing. And I'm taking a bye Wednesday night, round 1, because we're flying in Wednesday night. And then her tournament starts Thursday. So then April 29th to May 1st, which is a weekend, we're playing in the adults only tournament in Charlotte. And then May 26th to 31st, we'll be playing at the Chicago Open. And then June, it's either the 8th to the 12th or the 15th to the 19th. I think it's the 8th to the 12th. I think. Is National Open in Vegas? I think it's the 8th to the 12th. I don't know. And then we're going to see Ringo Starr and his all-star band on June 22nd, which has Colin Hay. That's in Atlanta. Then June 28th to July 5th is the World Open. We'll be there playing in that. At the National Open, Karen's playing, but I'm not. I'm the GM there. I'll be doing game analysis, and I'll be teaching a chess camp on Thursday. So I'll be there the whole time, but I won't be playing at the event. And that's all we got scheduled for the next, until July, middle of July. And then hopefully our kitchen will be done in August. And our windows. We're getting new windows, new blinds, and a new kitchen. That should be done by August. I hope. Yeah, then our house will be nice. Yeah. It's a lot of schedule. Windows 95. Yeah. Yeah, Ringo Starr, Colin Hay, and like 3 other people I haven't heard of who are famous musicians. I don't know. Ringo Starr is 81, and I saw him on one of those nightly shows, Jimmy Kimmel or, whatever they are. And he was really alert and young looking. So I guess having $500-600 million is good for your well-being or something. I would have guessed he was like 62 if I didn't know who he was. Yeah, he looked pretty good for 81. God damn. And Colin Hayes, I think, in his mid-60s. The guy from Men at Work. Now they're Men Without Jobs. Yeah. The LCD keeps him young. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Your chat schedule is the same? That's good. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, so custom 2,200 to 3,000. All right, we can try to do something. I mean, if it's not making a night, I don't want to do the puzzle anymore. I'm just going to make a night without calculating because I want to make a night. Yeah, also, I calculated it. 23, 24. I mean, I'm not going to not make a night there. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a night. Yeah, that stops the king from going to e2. Then the king has to walk up on this diagonal. I can't believe that black won, even though he obviously played f6 earlier. Terrible. Yeah. All right. Let's see. I'm up a piece, and he's queening, and I can't stop him from queening. So that means I have to mate him. Okay. Let's see. I can check, and then if I can take on g2 with check and take his rook, I can win that. So rook g4, king f3, and then I give up. I'm good at giving up. Knight f5, king anywhere except h3, and I give up. Knight f1, king anywhere, and I give up. I guess not king h3. Yeah. You know, I thought if I played rook f5 with the idea of playing rook g4, rook h5, he could play h3, but then knight f1's mate. But I still don't believe it. Probably could play h4 or rook d8 check. Yeah, I don't believe it. It seems like every move has to be check because he's going to play rook d8 check. And then I can't win. Rook g4 doesn't seem to work. Rook g5 doesn't seem to work. And knight f1 and knight f5 don't seem to work. And he's queening. And if I let him queen, I lose. Huh. This puzzle's too hard for me. Maybe it is knight f1. King f2, rook f4, king g1, rook e1. I don't know why you can't play rook d8 there. Well, I don't see anything else, so I'll try it. All right. I don't see how anything else works. Maybe this works. So that works. That looked like the least likely to work. Oh, so if king f2, I go check and mate. Okay. Oh, so I just do this mate now. Jesus. 2652. That was hard for me. Couldn't even solve it. All right, well, I guess I'm old. All right, rook takes b2, probably not. I mean, if it's not pawn takes pawn, then then it's too hard. So it has to be that. Now, do I take this or do I take this? And if I take this, which way do I take it? Rook takes queen c3 or knight b2 both look silly. Pawn takes looks not silly. And pawn takes looks really good. 2202. All right, I just kept taking things. Yeah. Let's see. Could play knight d5. And then when he takes on c7, play king f6. That's probably what the trick is, just to not take the rook. Like knight here, rook takes king f6, and then unstoppable mate. I don't see what's wrong with that. I could play queen here. Then I play knight e7, and I'm threatening mate, and he can't go back to c6. That's funny. 2268. All right. So I want to play knight d7. So knight here, any legal move, knight d7. If I play knight here, though, he goes here. Knight here stops that. That was 2278. Okay, he's threatening mate. Let's see. Queen d8, king h7, rook h3, king g6, queen d3. Then if f5, rook e6 is mate soon. And if king f6, then I don't know. Well, I don't see anything else. So I guess I'll do that. I don't see any other way to play. I could play rook e6 here. Takes. Check on e8. Check on that. Can't check on f3. Huh. Rook h6 doesn't make any sense to me. I don't see why this wins. I just don't see another move. Okay, so I got to this position. I wasn't sure what to do. Is it rook f3? King e7. Then I don't know. Huh. Rook f1. King e7, and I still don't know. Queen c3, king g6. Thanks, famous Smith. Feminism fit. I'm winning this? How am I supposed to win? Queen f1? But why? I don't know. Rook check, king e7. Rook f7, king f7, queen d7. I don't believe any of that. I should believe it. Maybe that's my problem. I think that is winning. King f8. How could that be winning? Oh, queen d6. That's winning? That's crazy that that wins. How can this win? Wow. That's amazing that this is winning. I would just resign with white. That was only 26-34? That seemed harder than that to me. Damn. That was tough. Yeah, that was too hard, I agree. I'm on Twitch. Who would have known over the last 5 years I was on Twitch? Who would have thunk it? I beat Judith before you guys were born. Then after you guys were born, I didn't beat her anymore. I mean, it wasn't FIDE rated, but still. Man, that was tough. It's Karen. Hey, Karen. I just solved one that was like 80 moves long, and it was 26-34. I mean, the answer never ended. Jesus Christ. Eh? Where'd your chair go? Huh? Oh. So you did all this stuff you wanted to do?
Yeah.
There's one thing I don't see on you.
What do you mean?
Lemonade.
Oh, I drank it upstairs. I got
Oh,
cheese and
oh.
crackers. I was going to bring it down.
So I actually got this one. Right, here's the answer. Check, 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 this check. So now if you take my rook, I take with check and then take your rook.
Oh, yeah.
So here?
That's so hard.
No. We're
Oh, we're not
we haven't
done.
started yet. We haven't started yet. Okay, here, takes, check, and then what did he do? Oh yeah, he did this. Check this, check this, check this, mate. I mean, I got it, but I thought it would be pretty high rated. It was 2634.
Yeah, that's crazy. How many moves did you have in your, like, sometimes you'll figure the moves out as you go.
Oh,
like,
I knew the
on
first
front
three
end.
moves
First
because
three.
I knew the first three moves because I didn't see anything else. And then here I realized this was winning when I couldn't believe it was winning because like this sacrifice looked like it wasn't winning, but it is. So that was shocking and appalling.
Can you explain this puzzle?
Yeah, you check him every move until it's mate. And if you don't, then queen here's going to be mate. So it's good to mate them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 99,000 subscribers on YouTube. 99! 100,000 is better. I just don't know why. Karen's happy.
I am. I did all sorts of things. I went to the restroom. I ate some cheese and crackers. I drank some lemonade. I gave the dogs a treat. So I let them out.
And stuff you won't talk about.
No. Or maybe.
Maybe. I know if you did or not. Have you player chess with Paul Morphy before? What language is that? Can somebody translate into English? Live by the sea. Yeah, do you know the book Paul Morphy and the Golden Age of Drugs?
No.
Yeah, there's a book called Paul Morphy and the Golden Age of Chess. And my dad called it Paul Morphine and the Golden Age of Drugs.
Your dad?
Yeah,
Oh, why?
it's funny.
Oh.
Put morphine instead of Morphe.
Oh, morphine. I didn't
Paul
hear the morphine.
Morphine, yeah, and the Golden Age of
Oh,
Drugs.
that is funny. I didn't hear the morphine part. I'm like, what?
Okay, ready?
Yeah. I feel like these are going to be too hard.
Yeah, that's what she said. Go, Karen. Du bichos, what else?
Okay, so I think I know it. Do you know it?
No,
Oh,
I have no idea.
I'm probably wrong. Should I say?
Yeah.
I thought it was Bishop G7.
Uh-huh.
I guess he could just move over, but either way, then you go Queen.
Move to what? He has to take. There's no other legal
Right.
move.
Oh, okay, that's right. Oh, yeah, because
Then
Queen's
what?
on the G. Then I thought it was just Queen F7, but no.
Okay, then King H8.
Then, oh yeah, I don't have anything. Darn. I'm gonna keep looking. Let's see. There.
Yeah, I think it's Bishop G7, Rook F7, Queen F5, and after Knight F8, Bishop D3. You can check on G3, but I play King H1, so I don't think that matters. I don't see what to do about that. So you take this, King takes.
And
you
oh, you
check
think
with
it's Rook.
Check with the
Oh,
Rook.
okay.
King goes back. Queen F5 threatening mate. And even though we're letting him check us, we can play King H1 and the Queen on F5 defends H3. So this check doesn't really do anything. So the only way to stop mate is to play Knight F8. Ah, I can't play Bishop D3 because then you can take it. Ah. So am I supposed to play bishop d3 first? No, because then you can check on g3 and you can keep checking me. Huh. Hmm. I could sack on h7. Then what do I do? I don't have any pieces left. How am I supposed to mate you? I could play queen f. I could play check and queen f5, but that's no good. Oh, I can check on f7 and check on h5, and I have h6 and c4. Well, that's definitely it. All right, that's correct. Yeah, then I can check on a dark square, and I can check either here or here. One of them's going to win. Let's see which one. King e8 is mate in 2. Well, if it's mate in 2, it's probably going to be right, yeah? Yeah. Then after king here, we play check and mate.
Man, that one was so complicated.
That was 25-55. Yeah, I didn't see I had the h6 square. Then I have the black square and the white square, and I'm like, okay, that's good enough.
Mm-hmm.
So, because the king is being trapped by his own pieces.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah, I like the puzzle.
That was 25-65.
Too difficult for me, though.
Yeah.
Who all got it? Nice puzzle, says Bonarici.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody got it? Sometimes people do.
Yay, thanks, Turtle. He told me he wasn't going to donate anything, but now he's coming out of his shell.
What level is this aimed at? You're 1500 and this is way too hard.
Now don't laugh at me.
Yeah,
You promise?
maybe.
Damn. Okay. What's the difference between a turtle and a tortoise? Because when I was a kid, I thought they were the same thing, but now I'm an adult and I don't.
What's the difference?
Yeah, I think a tortoise is big and a turtle's not as big.
Yeah, but there's some other differences.
I know there's differences, but when I was a kid, like turtle was easier to say than tortoise. So.
Yeah, tortoise is bigger, and there's a tortoise in the hair.
I believe turtles are aquatic. What do you mean?
Amphibious.
No, I know what he means. You're saying turtles can't be on land? I don't believe that. Oh, he's saying tortoises can't swim. So if it's only on the land, it's a tortoise. But a turtle, I think, can do both. Webbed feet for turtles. Oh, a tortoise can't be in the water? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I'm not sure if they're right because there's this chat. So
Yeah,
the chat could be talking about
that's
muskrats.
ringing
I
a
don't know.
bell. That sounds
Spelling is different. So you're saying tortoises don't live in the water ever, or they can go in for like a minute? They both can swim, but turtles do better in the water. Do better? What?
You used to watch Animal Planet?
All right, so did I actually get an answer? Or are you guys arguing about whether they can swim or not? Turtle shells, this looks like a copy paste.
Which is fine. That's valid.
Mm-hmm.
It's better than typing it again.
I have a tortoise pet.
Turtles was a great band.
A turtle's female, tortoise is male. Yeah. It's funny because it's not true. Pecans in chocolate, and a tortoise is an animal. Oh, yeah, that's a good turtle joke. Yeah, Wes would like that. Wes likes turtles, the candy.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Tortoises are wiser. What?
All right, let's do a puzzle.
Turtles have webbed feet and tortoises don't. Go, Spencer. Okay, ready?
Yeah. These are hard. Okay, white to move. I always think I get them and then I don't get them.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it. I think the answer is I give up. That's a good answer. Well, I'm going to start with pawn takes pawn check.
Yeah.
Because I think you might go here later, but if I go there now or later, I don't see why I can't go there now or later. So I'm not doing that.
I agree. That was.
I don't think it's this because I could have played that on move 1, and then I could have taken when he takes my queen.
Mm-hmm.
So it can't be that. And it has to be check, I think.
I thought it was rook h8, but I know he goes out the side to f7.
Oh, you know what? It might be some kind of e6.
Oh, you could take
Yeah.
g takes f8. That's a check.
No. I want to take the bishop and play e6. Yeah, that's the answer. But my
Take the
question is,
bishop.
if that's the answer, why couldn't... Oh, if I play queen takes on move 1, plays g5.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's queen takes and
that.
e6 because I didn't see that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. That's 24-25. I was wondering, like, why
so
can't...
hard.
If I take this now, Karen, with the same idea, it goes here. That move I didn't see. Then I can't do anything on the king.
Right.
So you have to take first, right, and then play here. And then the idea is you're playing this so the king can't get out. So now I'm threatening rook h8 mate.
Okay.
And my opponent said you could stop it, and I said, you're a
daisy
daisy if you do. Yeah.
You had the answer, Desperate Times?
No lying on my channel.
I thought I had some of it.
I said the answer. What, you used an engine? That's pretty good.
You said the answer. We didn't see it.
We didn't see
I was
your
trying
engine
not
answer.
to see your answer because I'm trying to figure it out.
Desperate.
Nobody
Well,
got
we
the
don't look
answer.
for the answers. Take bishop and e6.
What was wrong with your line, Eddie? Eddie wants to know.
What line? Who's Eddie? HG takes, king up, check. Your line doesn't work. C takes d5 check, you just take with the
Right
queen.
here, right here.
No, I see his line. Yeah, this is the worst line ever. And you're banned. All right. So the reason your line doesn't work is mainly because you suggested it. That's the main reason.
That's what I was looking at.
Yeah. Yeah, if you take this, you just take, and the bishop's still defended, and now you're banned.
Mm-hmm.
The only question is, does king takes work? And the answer is no. And yeah, this I saw, and then you got nothing. I got the answer just in a different order. There is no different order. Puzzles don't have more than one solution. So your different order doesn't work. Yeah, if you play queen takes, he plays g5. You have to play that order.
Yay, T-Grass. Go Ben, go Karen.
You can barely see the board. Now, when you get up in the morning, I would go see the eye specialist and get glasses or contacts, and then you can see the board. That would be my recommendation.
Okay.
All right. Next. Next.
I mean, I hadn't gotten any of them.
Yeah.
Or even anything close.
Let's see. I thought I'd solved it, but now I'm 100% not too sure. Pretty sure. Let's see. Now I'm sure.
Well, I'm gonna look for what?
Mate.
Oh.
Right?
Oh.
Thanks, Hermish, because we're looking at this, right? That's what I was looking at. I was like, wait, that's me.
Oh.
2413.
Darn, I wasn't even looking at that.
Here's what I thought the answer was. I thought it was check, 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 king g7, threatening rook h8.
Mm-hmm.
And then I couldn't refute queen h2. Although rook f2 and knight takes f4 are both good. So I was just wrong. But yeah, mate was good.
Yeah,
2400.
They know people are gonna. That's the whole point.
All right, go Karen.
Black to
Okay,
me.
I got it.
All right, now let me look.
Mm-hmm. I'll get a Perrier while you're looking.
Mm-hmm.
I got 60 Perrier delivered yesterday. It's almost time to reorder.
Let's see.
No, we're not on Chess TV. Boo. Why even stream with 2,200 viewers? Said XQC. Man, Cutie Cinderella has more viewers than us. It's crazy.
She always has more viewers.
Yeah, I know. That's the joke.
Okay.
Nemsko does. Sweet Anita. Terrible. Chico's one of the best Marx brothers. I agree. Plays the piano pretty well. Also not a bad bridge player. R.I.P.
Okay, I have an idea. I just need to try to calculate. Not my
Ooh,
specialty.
tickle.
No, don't do that, or I'm gonna leave.
What
the
did I
stream.
do?
You were threatening to tickle.
The threat is stronger than the
I
execution.
mean, but you just. I don't know why you think it's funny. I don't like it. I don't like to be tickled. And you have to think about the Louis episode.
No, because he punched her in the face.
Right.
He punched me in the face.
Because she tickled. No,
that's
the point.
different.
The point is
That's different.
Okay.
But Louis is funny.
Okay. No.
Oh, this is an important detail. The Rams and Matthew Stafford finalized a deal 4-year, $160 million with $135 million guaranteed. Hey Siri, did Michigan win against Tennessee?
Michigan defeated Tennessee in the second round by a score of 76-68 today.
There were 2 upsets. The first one wasn't really an upset. It was theoretically an upset, but not practically.
Okay. So I think it's rook d4. Are you listening?
Yeah.
Is that wrong?
What?
Rook d4.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And then rook d3. And then rook takes. And then king takes. And then king g5.
Yay.
Yay, I did it. Got one. It was easy, but hey, yeah, I got it. What was the rating? 22, 27.
Mm-hmm.
Opposition, that's right. You're going to go watch Sweet Anita? I don't blame you. She's entertaining. Nice in-game knowledge. I have some knowledge, but I just don't calculate very well, so I'm slow. But I'm going to get faster and better.
That is a funny story my brother sent me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. All right. It's not for the stream.
Oh, okay.
It's not that funny.
Did I get an email? He emails me stuff,
Maybe.
too. Oh, okay.
My comment was not to Ben or Karen.
Oh, well, I didn't even see it.
Right. And we didn't see it, so it's good. It
Now I
wasn't
feel
us.
like I should go look.
Eh.
Oh, wait, we get it. You're old and you like basketball. I see
Go
it now.
NordVPN. You're the best VPN. NordVPN was in the news today because that's how the Russians are accessing the internet. They're using other VPNs, but mainly NordVPN. Otherwise, Putin has the internet blocked.
Yeah. We had somebody on earlier saying they were in Russia.
Probably they're using NordVPN. The VPN for you.
Probably.
Yeah. 2 VPNs, what else?
If you're still there,
Yeah.
the guy from Russia, speak up. I want to hear how it is there right now. I meant to ask you, but then I got sidetracked. I started ranting about the war.
Okay, ready? He was paraphrasing Simpsons, Bonarici.
No complaining, or that's a ban. Ben, I cut up a hot pepper and then touched my eye, says Tim Mellis.
Yeah, don't do that. There's other places you can touch, which also you shouldn't touch. That gives a new meaning to the word hot pants.
Yeah.
All right. Ready?
All right.
Nah, there's too many rooks. I resign.
White to move. Let's see.
2 rooks, 1 for each of me. There. And then that's it.
All right,
I solved it.
Oh, I got to keep looking.
We can get our 3rd train going if you guys are interested. You don't have to be interested. I'm just letting you know. Delicious. I solved this puzzle earlier today.
I have some ideas, but I can't quite calculate to the end. So let me just start with some moves. So, okay. Well, rook d6.
Correct.
And then I was thinking rook h7.
Correct. Now, if he blocks with the rook, you can check and take the rook.
Right,
so he's
yeah.
going to go back.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought he was going to do was block with rook. Okay, so I didn't look at this scenario. So let me look.
Now he's threatening the castle.
1 second. Oh, okay, rook e7. No, can't go there. Lose your rook.
Yeah, but if he doesn't take it, it's mate. So that's upside.
All right, well, hang on. Probably rook e6. Let's see.
What'd you say?
Maybe rook e6.
Correct.
But I was trying to see the follow-on move. Because they can't check right now. So it's less urgent.
So you start to imagine a checkmate.
Right.
Like, say, this is checkmate.
What is it?
And then, be like real happy. This is checkmate.
Oh, yeah, because the king's here. So I think it's rook a7.
Correct. And then we're done. We're done.
Okay. Yay, I got 2 in the bag.
Now I played rook f1. So now what do you do?
Oh, I thought it was over.
It is over.
No, it's triumphant. Yeah, it's still the same, rook a8.
Still the same. Yeah.
Well, that's what I said before.
25,
So we were done.
58.
2
Well,
in
we're
the
done
bag.
because it can't stop mating 1. Yeah, 25, 58. Ready?
Yeah. These are hard. Well, what was it again?
25, 58.
that
All right,
one.
I solved this one.
Okay, well, I am taking white to move. Let me see.
2,000 viewers. What else? Let's go train. Let's go hype train. It's our last train of the stream.
Say 1, 2,
If it ever
3.
happens.
1, 2.
Go scam train. I mean hype train.
So I think it might be, but I'm not sure.
I thought we had a hype thing and we have a scam one.
Yeah. So rook d4,
Right. That's correct.
and then rook a4.
That's also correct.
King takes.
That's correct.
Queen.
That's correct. All
Yay.
done. 2,200.
I'm on a roll.
We have too many emotes. I can't find hype train. I don't know what this says. Oh, dad jokes. Never trade. Magnus.
And what are you looking for?
I thought that we had a hype one that's relatively new. Like we have a scam train.
Uh-huh.
I thought we had a hype, like, I thought maybe I made that up. Maybe you do or Spencer does.
Oh, I don't know about it.
Always sack the exchange. Yeah, I don't know. I give up. Let's call it a scam train. Yeah, that was good.
Yay.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
This one I've seen.
Darn, this one's hard.
Thanks, KMB Golf 1. You're the best. Thanks for the sub. Hi, Dakeem. You're a fan. All right. This is getting hot.
You already solved it?
Uh-huh.
So, okay, so I was looking at maybe rook a1, but let me look for a second. I can go there. And it goes there. Could go bishop c1.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, rook a1. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this move is the toughest one. I think there's only one winning move here because there's always one winning move.
Oh, I didn't even consider this at all. So
That's
I'll
the
let
move
this
I
in.
was just scared of. But I finally found the
All
winning
right, let me
move.
look for another moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Some dumb trucker. He's alive? Wow.
oh yeah, you can't take with the rook. So I don't know, maybe queen f8.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
And what Eagle song is that?
Desperado.
That is a desperado.
Yeah, and then
Problem with taking the queen is when he takes and we take, our rook is hanging, and then our knight.
mm-hmm.
And if we play rook takes knight, he takes our rook.
takes a rook. Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to go
saw that.
desperado.
Yay!
Why don't you
Hey,
come?
some dumb trucker.
That was 2501.
How's it going? Hey, I got another one. Yay.
Yeah,
What was the rating again? I'm sorry.
2501.
Yay. I did a few.
Mhm.
I had a rough start and then I got a few in a row.
Okay,
So,
this one I got.
black to move. See.
Don't forget hype trains. Karen's solving them all, so, gotta pay the piper. When you were gone, I gave them our schedule of tournaments.
Okay.
Might have to enter the Chicago Open. I think we got a hotel, but we didn't decide to go yet. That's the one that's at the end of May.
Yeah.
Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, we have to look at this
Yeah.
schedule.
The cheap entry fee's changing soon, so.
Okay. Now let me look at this.
Mm-hmm. All beef wiener subscribed. We need one more thing to happen for a train, like 100 centidues or a sub or 50 subs or 100 subs or 10,000 centidues or 100,000 centidues. All of those things will start the train.
No, as soon as I got saying this one, I just don't know it.
Where's Adam Wallace when you need him? Go Adam. Thanks, Slow3635. A train, just in time. Thanks for gifting a sub. It took him a long time because slow.
I don't know. Is it Rookie 5?
Yeah. What else could it
and
be?
Then, yeah.
What other move are you looking at?
Well,
There's no other move that does anything. Thanks,
Yeah.
Panicked Pawns.
I wasn't
500
expecting-
centidues,
I thought
right.
he was going to take.
Yeah, then we win easy. I gotta make it tough.
I know. That's like, all right, well, let me look for a moment.
Uh-huh.
Takes. Has to do with the pawn. Go here. Okay. All right, so rook takes.
Nope,
Oh, no?
that doesn't win.
Oh, I thought that was it.
Rook takes, pawn takes, and then you don't win. King e6, king e4 have opposition. You have a pass pawn protected. It looks like you win, but you don't. But the people using their engines, they know what to do. Thanks, Junk Puppy.
All right, let me look another moment. Darn, there goes my winning streak.
It looks winning, but it's not. But it really does look winning.
All right, well, I have to.
And I'll explain why it's not winning after we see the answer.
I thought I went through it twice, but I guess I just didn't calculate it correctly. I thought that you would give up the pawn, the H pawn, but that you would get in front of the G pawn.
The problem is if you give the H pawn away, then I get opposition.
Yeah, I just
When you
didn't
play king
calculate
g5,
right.
I play king g3.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, let me see what else we can do here.
I do look good. Thank you.
If I go here, check.
I take more medications than atoms in the universe.
Take.
And I'm seeing the ear doctor on Tuesday. So I told my regular doctor, my wife says I don't hear very well. And she said, is that only when she's talking or other people? And I said, just her. That was a funny back and forth. Because my doctor's a woman, so it's even funnier.
Okay, so I guess it's rook f5.
Karen likes to be in the other room when I'm watching TV. And you could imagine when Karen talks, you can't hear her, right? You agree? And then she's in the other room and I have the TV on.
Hey, I'm saying a move. Rook f5.
I didn't hear you. Right, rook f5 wins, yeah. Yeah. And if this pawn's here, it's a draw. But when it's here or here, it's winning. This pawn? Yeah, this is a win. This is a win. If the pawn was here, white could draw. Shocking. Now, the reason it doesn't win, the reason this doesn't win is I just keep getting opposition. And you can give up your H pawn.
That's what I thought I was.
And so forth.
Yeah,
and
I
then
just
after takes king, here's a draw.
Darn, I didn't calculate right. So wait, how is the other position a draw if the pawn were back on H2?
Yeah, if the pawn's here, we just play like it's king and pawn versus king. Here we can just go take the pawn. Like here we take the pawn, easy peasy, and then we go take it. If the pawn's here, it's a draw because we play king g2. You can't take the pawn, and then you're going to either stalemate me or not stalemate me. And winning the h pawn doesn't win because the h pawn doesn't win. If you give up, if this pawn's here, I mean, if you give up this pawn for this pawn, you're not winning because you have the h pawn. So the pawn has to be back here so that when you get stalemated, okay. Okay, so if the pawn was here, then we play h3 and we draw. Then h4 stalemate, and king here, h4, king here, stalemate.
I think I can visualize that.
I learned that over 30 years ago.
Yeah. That puzzle, you mean, or that idea?
Yeah, that idea.
So,
All right.
Sup, big pimpin'? How you be? All right, what to move?
I got it. And I know why people don't get it.
Well, I just started looking
No,
at
but
it.
I like the way I got it. I know why people don't get it.
Won't
You have
get
to
it?
you have to do both.
All right, well, let me just look at it
Yeah.
without any expectations.
Come on, people. We have 5 seconds. We need 2 subs. 2 subs. Who can do 2 subs or 1,000 centidues in the next 5 seconds? Oh, that's close. Oh, we just missed it. 1 sub and 200 centidues. That was so close. Thanks, Churchill the Great. You cheap bastard. Panic Pawns was 5 seconds too late. But it's the same amount of money. It's just less fun. People don't get as many emotes. But thanks, Panic Pawn. You're the best. Thanks, everybody. That's what she said, Panic Pawns?
Let's see. Oh, yeah. So it's probably rook takes f3.
That's the wrong move that
That's
they
the
want you to
wrong
play.
move.
You know why it's
Darn.
wrong? Because you're down 800 pieces.
Yeah, I
so
see
winning
that.
a bishop doesn't help.
Right.
But that's what people are going to say because it's a good trick.
But I don't see anything else. That
Right, you
was
just check
nice.
forever and it's a draw.
Oh, it's a draw.
Yeah, because you're down a rook and a bishop and you don't have mate.
Yeah.
After this, you're down a rook and you
Yeah,
don't have mate.
I know you're
But you
still
just go
down,
here and you just keep
but-
checking.
Okay. I always forget to look for a draw.
Yeah, that's 24.95.
Even in a real game, sometimes I just lose my
You have to make sure when you check the queen can't block or the king, you have to check in the right place. But yeah, checking on these 3 squares will do it. Those are the only squares you need.
Yay. Did you think Panicked Pawn?
I did.
Yay.
Thanks, Whammo.
Thank you, guys.
All right, last one. That's enough streaming, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Then you can go to karaoke.
I'm not going anywhere. I've got
You should go so you can make up with your friend.
I have
Man,
to.
Karen was a real Karen to her friend.
No, it wasn't. You're not even using the word correctly. I have to do another hour and a half of puzzles before bedtime.
You do?
Yeah,
I thought you did a lot of puzzles today when I was taking a nap.
No, I did an hour and a half, and then I did some.
Oh, you do 3 hours. That's right.
I did some other stuff.
All right.
I gotta clean up and do that kind of thing.
Okay, I got it.
All right, white to move. I am getting tired, I guess. but
Yeah, I solved it. It's fun to solve. Bum, bum, bum.
The dogs are on cue. Let's see.
Hello, Dublin. Hey, we got a lot more viewers somehow. We were at 1,900, now we're at 2,700. Which doesn't make sense because I know Nemo's supposed to be on Chess TV. So we get rated and I missed it? Or like we're getting embedded, which I don't understand. Let me look and see if we got rated and I missed it. Yeah, we just got like 900 more viewers or 800 or something funny.
I'm not sure. So I guess maybe E6 is the first move.
Then what? E6? King
Then
moves.
I was going to go King E4.
Then I take. You take.
B take.
And then King E7.
Um,
And then your pawn's not defended. And you can't defend it because I queen. And then you're worse there. You might draw, but you're not going to win.
darn.
You might lose.
All right, well, help me out. I'm too tired.
Okay, so you take this.
Mm-hmm.
You go here. You go here. Then you play E6 to get the opposition. Then you get the opposition. And that's it. Then you go forward next move.
I wasn't going to get
That was 26-25.
I've seen that puzzle too.
Now, the reason this doesn't work is in this position, I thought I could go here, but after C6, King D8, King here, White's probably doing well. Yeah, White is doing well, but you can go here. And White's not better here. Here, White's fighting for a draw because I have the outside pawn. It is a draw, but you know it's not good for White. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tired too.
Yeah. No,
That
that's a
was
tough
hard.
one because you have to analyze all the way ahead and all the
Yeah.
variations. Yeah.
I looked at the right stuff. I
Okay,
just-
let's do another puzzle because there's 2,000 viewers still.
All right, I can do another one even though I'm
Yeah.
tired.
Mm-hmm.
White to move.
Okay, I got it. Hey, we broke 1,300 subscribers this stream because we have 1,305, so we must have had less than 1,300 when it started.
Good.
What do you mean that's not commitment from Naroditsky? You just told me how committed he was. What's wrong with you? Terrible.
Let's see.
Yeah, he was texting Karen
So-
nonstop and she wouldn't answer him, so he kept streaming, hoping she would eventually answer.
So
Look at the last chat.
I'm trying to do the
No,
puzzle.
but look at the chat, then you'll know why. Hi, Karen. You see it? The green?
Oh yeah, well that's how do for all, how doll for all. Hey, haven't seen you in a while. How's it going?
Don't know about you. Is that in Montgomery?
Yes, but let me
That's
do the
where
puzzle.
you were born.
That is. So I was
You
thinking
got purdy hair.
first that if the rook took the rook,
Uh-huh.
it'd be nice if the queen took, but of course the bishop could take.
Correct. And you're still right.
So I know.
So let's do it.
Okay. Okay, so now let me look.
Mm-hmm.
Look further.
This guy's answer starts with rook takes C0. I could see for miles and miles. He's in a gurney. Gorman Floff subscribed. Good. Good. And he said we rock. Maybe a little. I did rock when I sang Baby Got Back.
Yeah, you did a good job with
Did
that.
you know that Dolly Parton is, there's going to be a vote to vote her into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or not? And she said, no, I don't want to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because I haven't done rock and roll. But I will do a rock and roll album. Then you can vote again. All that stuff happened. I didn't make any of that
I
up.
know.
Yeah.
Know about it.
I was like, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She's not too rockish. But she said her husband loves rock and roll, so she's going to do a rock and roll album.
Okay, so maybe.
I was suspicious when she said, I'm going to do rock and roll album, y'all.
So I'm looking at knight c6.
Correct.
Because it looks like the queen's getting trapped there.
Yeah, you can't take the knight because knight e7 check.
Right.
Okay, so you have to move the queen. Now, this knight's still hanging. And this knight's hanging.
Now let me just look for a second.
Delicious.
Darn.
Yeah,
I can't quite get to the end.
keep looking.
I am. Take here. Let's see.
He wants some Chris's hot dog and a Stella Artois to wash it down.
None of my things, nothing works, and I'm trying. I say check. Now you're gonna have to help me. I just can't find it.
Well, okay, so there's 3 moves to look at, or 4 moves. Knight takes here, knight check, and queen takes. Now, in my opinion, which is probably wrong, none of them win very much. So I had to find the one that was the most winning. At first, when the puzzle started, I thought it was knight here, check, and take the knight, but I can't take the knight. So then I thought maybe it's knight here, king here, rook d1, but then there's knight c5. And I couldn't beat knight c5, although maybe I should have. I still can't. So then you could win the easy way, which is not easy to win, which is to take and then play queen takes d5, so you win a pawn, and you should have a winning endgame. But that's barely winning. That's usually not the answers to these kinds of puzzles. So that's what I think the answer is, and I don't like that answer because it's not winning enough. Because it seems like I could also play this knight check and queen takes, pawn takes, and problem is after knight takes, my knight's all pinned and attacked. I didn't like that as much. So I can't really help you because I don't know what answer they want. It's sort of like you. You're like, I don't know. So I think it's either knight here, or takes. But I don't see how any of them are like incredibly winning. So I don't know. So let's try this. And then after pawn takes, we take this.
Okay.
No. Okay, so this is the other move. Yep. And this was my original suggestion, was to go here and then play rook d1. But after knight c5, I didn't see an easy... Oh!
Maybe.
Oh, after knight c5? No, I still don't see an easy win. All right. But, I mean, this looks like the obvious move. Just rook d1. But it's over. But I don't know how to beat that. So I don't understand this puzzle. I don't know how to win in the final position. Must be missing something obvious. Queen take. Knight takes. I mean, that's barely winning. So it wants to play b4. Then you have to take. And then your knight goes somewhere. And then knight d8 and the bishop's trapped. It's attacked and it can't go anywhere. That's silly. I don't even like the answer they gave. It's too hard. Like, because the puzzle ended and it was still hard to win after knight c5.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, one more.
One more. I'm up for one more.
Yeah, terrible answer. I couldn't solve it,
Yeah, that one was kind of silly.
even though I had it solved.
All right, what to move? I couldn't do it. I only understood part of it.
Thanks, Black Bull Yammy 828. Man, I want some lentil soup and then some.
Yeah, that's some good soup.
I don't see why this one is difficult.
Let's see.
Man, now we have no viewers. 1793. Damn.
So there's a mate. So wouldn't it just be rook g3?
Correct. Yeah, I thought it might play rook g6, so that'd give us an
Okay.
option to go wrong.
Right.
So that's good. I was hoping it would do that.
All right, well, let me look further.
That wasn't hard for me, but it could, trip you up. Rook g3, what else? Exactly. Good night, Ben. Good night, Karen. Good night, John Boy. The more videos of mine you watch, the more ad money we get.
Why wouldn't you just take the queen?
No.
Well, I mean, you already
then
said they're trying to trip you.
rook takes, forking these two.
Oh, yeah.
And then if you play queen e2 to defend, I can pin, and I'm going to win it. And you have a much better move.
Right, okay. So if the queen takes the rook, let's see. Yeah.
That's X-ray. Yeah.
X-ray, yeah.
That's
I
just-
looked at that, but then I was
you're up
trying
a
to figure out
piece.
why the other one wouldn't work.
Yeah, you don't want to have a rook, queen for two rooks. You can
I
have an
didn't see the
extra bishop.
fork. I didn't see the fork.
Yeah. Yeah, then it's, yeah. Still, I like white in this position because white can play queen h6, but, it's not clear that it's winning. It might win eventually, maybe. It's like +1. But this is plus a billion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just, you have an extra bishop. All right, who should we raid? We did a
Well-
3-hour stream. Thanks, everybody, for your donations and watching.
Yay, 3 hours.
I think Chess Bra, because they rated us earlier in the stream.
I agree with that.
And also, there's nobody else streaming. Yeah.
Yeah, chess bra.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Now you have to watch the Chess Bras.
Yay.
They're even better.
Love the
for
Chess
one thing.
Bras.
Yeah. Go NordVPN. Help those people in Russia get the actual news. Not sure what the actual news is. All right.
Bye,
See you guys
everybody.
tomorrow, same time, because I'm on Chess TV again.